one.
What's up, everyone? I'm kidding. Hello, everyone. Welcome
I
to
haven't heard that for a while.
I know. Welcome to. I have to talk about that. I had some interesting news on that. Anyways,
Sweet.
uh, yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna start this again. Welcome to the unknown with Caleb and Anson. We're hanging out, just kind of talking. Summer plans, summer things that we've done recently. Hearing kind of like studio updates from Caleb and all the things, kind of catching up with everyone. If you're just joining the stream, or obviously we just started the stream. I will
Yes.
eventually get this down.
Yeah. Just started.
Yeah, we just started the stream. So if you're new to the stream as a whole, one thing we love to do around here is get the chat started by telling us where you're from. And so let us know in the chat.
Yeah, jump in there. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from.
Okay, let us know where you're watching from. Caleb,
Yep.
how are you?
Oh, you know what? I'm kind of tired, actually. Like yesterday I was crashing, you know? Like this is not very compelling TV right now, but yeah, I'm tired. I'm ready to I need to like veg for a little bit, and I think
Dude,
that's, part of what we're talking about
I
tonight.
I feel like I've been doing nothing but editing recently.
Mm,
I just got on the stream and my mic is super hot, so I'm gonna lower it a little bit.
it's all good.
Um, but dude, I we'll talk about this a little bit, but I went to New York last week,
Yeah, I
and
hear all about that.
little known fact, Caleb, why did you not warn me that when you go on vacation as a freelance or a self-employed person, you never are
Mm,
actually on vacation? Um,
yeah. Mm,
yeah, no one told me this. So
the
I,
new adventure.
yeah, I edited. So one thing that I picked up to kind of, as we get clientele and get our feet wet with video for the photography business, is I picked up an editing gig for a channel called Shake and Bake Sports.
Shake and bake sports.
Dude,
Let's go.
it's all like
I have to check
golf
that out.
content. Dude,
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, like I like originally I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to edit hours and hours of golf. What am I gonna do? And I'm at that point, like it's almost like a Stockholm syndrome type thing where I'm like I'm laughing and enjoying it. So
Nice.
but no, they're entertaining guys too, so that
Cool.
helps. But no, so I've they post weekly, and I'm
Mm,
working with another editor. He's kind of the one that does all of like the finishing touches and all of the
nice.
after effects and things like that.
Mm,
We both were traveling last week, and they still are posting on Monday. So I'm in New York trying to sync all of our audio because basically they have like four. Oh my God.
once a stream. Once a stream,
Yep,
maybe
once a
multiple.
stream.
Yeah.
But syncing all the audio because they have like four lav mics that they have to like
Wow.
sync up. And just so happens that this episode, there's no scratch audio on the FX6 that they filmed on. And so I'm having to go off of like maybe a B cam or just like social
Wow.
cues. And thankfully, with it being a golf video, uh, the people hitting the golf ball is almost like a natural clapper,
Yep. That makes
where
sense.
it spikes the audio, and then if even if you don't have audio in the video, you can maybe time it just right to kind
Mm,
of get that point. So I'm doing all of this while I'm trying to also socialize in New York and all of that. I get done, I give it to my editor, we get it out. Then I turn around and make a Lumix firmware update video.
oh, yep.
And now I'm
That
turning
happened this
around
week.
to do another golf video. And maybe I might shoot something for my own channel here tonight after the stream.
It's a cycle, man. Wow.
The perils of working for YouTube and feeding the algorithm.
Yeah. Feed it.
So
So yeah, how is everything else going freelance world wise?
I don't know
Any
if
clients?
it's a little slow.
Yep. I think that happens right around July too.
Yeah. Which I have a shoot on Sunday.
Nice.
The unfortunate thing is they've already paid, so it's not like I'm getting new money.
Yep.
Um,
New
I
money.
then I have a shoot on July 4th.
On the 4th?
Um, yeah, they're doing a 4th of July celebration, and we're doing photo and video for them.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I convinced them not to use a drone,
Yeah,
simply because I was going to have to
all
get
good.
special permission if they were going to have me do a drone shot at like 9 o'clock at night, because you can't night fly in that
Mm.
area. Because it's like right by the airport, and I'm
You
like,
could
oh
do
my
a
god.
360 camera and just put it on a big boom pole.
I thought about that. I thought about renting one and just I asked them for a map of the locations so that I
Yeah.
can go see if I can get a like a high vantage point and just use like a 24.
Yep.
But yeah, so that things are, and I think we just had an inquiry about the end of July. So like I'm getting something. I'm definitely making more than I expected to make after I got let go.
Yep.
Which is always
Good.
nice,
Yeah.
you know. But definitely not there yet. So we'll see. We're gonna get some things
Yep.
rolling. We have our Wake Forest chamber. We've talked about the chamber before
Yeah. And you are
on the
part of the
channel.
chamber, right?
JWP is a part of the chamber,
Yep.
yeah, and I'm kind of grafted into JWP, so I get to hang out with them.
Yeah. Nice.
They're wanting to start a podcast, and so this is might
Oh,
launch our
sweet.
podcast offering,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty pumped on. So
Cool.
I'm pretty excited.
All right.
So how's the studio? How are things going on your side?
Yeah, it's been a busy month. I'm kind of surprised that there's one. So we built out 3 studios in here, right?
Yeah,
3 pre-built video sets, and one of them has not been used yet, unfortunately.
really?
Yeah,
Okay,
people are kind of gravitating to the other 2. So
okay,
what does that tell me? Well, I'll give it a little bit more time, but
sure,
maybe that one needs to change. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's to
yeah,
draw a little bit more attention, but I'm going to give it time. I'm not going to like go change it right now. Like I'll probably give it like 6 months. I'm just kind of at a point where I want to kind of settle in for a year,
right,
and see what happens and not make any major changes again for about a year. So
sure.
July is going to be a pretty busy like travel month for me. So
Sure.
we're going to be, I'm like, I was telling Rihanna, the studio assistant here, like, you know, settle in for July, then we're going to hit it pretty hard in August. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
awesome.
because I'm just going to be gone so much in July.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't
Basically
want
taking the month off.
to.
Do you still have a YouTube channel?
Do I still have a YouTube channel? Oh my gosh. Anson, I do still have a YouTube channel. This, this might be something where, again, in August, it might be a little bit more of a higher priority list. So higher on the priority list.
It's fine. I do. Okay, if you're coming over from Caleb's channel, just come hang out with me.
Yeah, yeah. Hang out with Anson for a
I,
little
I,
bit.
I'm
Go
the
keep
new
the seat warm.
I'm the new Lumix daddy. That's
I'm
basically what's
I'm
happening.
coming for those views in August, though. I'm just gonna
Are
tell you
you?
that right, man. Yeah,
Okay.
coming for those views in August.
I'll make sure that I did what I did before when you came from my GH5 views back in the day. I'll just divert camera systems and not compete. Caleb
Oh
was like
man.
the sole reason I went to Black Magic. I'm like, I can't, I'm not as cool as this guy. I can't compete.
I'm gonna make a video about how like basically how the S12 makes me feel like the GH5 did. I just haven't gotten around to making that video yet, but I want to make
Yep.
that video because there's so much truth in that. Like when I shoot with the S12, it feels like when I shot with the GH5.
You're excited about it
Yeah,
again.
just like
Yeah.
excited about it. Shooting with the GH5, like I don't know. There's just something like I don't know, cutting edge about it, and I kind of feel like
Yeah.
that about the S1 too as well. So I
Yeah.
am gonna make that. I'm gonna make that video. It's just a matter of time
Yeah.
before I get to it.
That's it's funny. I was just telling you before we started the stream that I've kind of gotten to a place where I'm so right now I'm using the Sigma BF as my webcam here. And I was just telling you that like when I went to New York and I was shooting with it all there, I fell in love with it because I started
Hmm.
realizing it's all of its quirks and like
Yeah.
all the things that make it. And like I don't, am I a glutton for punishment? Like I want to
Yes.
always use cameras that aren't easy,
Hmm.
right? Like
Yeah,
it's
that seems
almost
to be you. Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much sums it up.
there's something about it. Like if you can give me a good image and like don't make life an absolute disaster, I fall in love with it. Like
Yeah.
that's what I did with the FP, that's what I do with the BF. Like I'm just like, dude, I love these quirky little cameras and like I'm going to show up on set on Sunday with the BF and we'll see what happens. I may regret that.
Oh man. And
But
you can't use a monitor, or you can use a monitor on that.
you can use a monitor.
Oh,
It
okay.
just it takes up your USB-C port.
USB-C port. Okay.
So that's where I've also got to do. I may not show up to set Sunday with the BF because
Yeah.
if I'm using the USB-C port for my monitor, I can't use it for power. Uh, I can get a multimedia hub
Mm.
potentially. I had one work before, but I just bought one from Small Rig and it didn't work.
Oh, really?
Like it didn't. I needed to try a
Maybe it's
different
too new.
monitor. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if it was like the monitor. I don't know. I'm trying different. I was trying the Holly. I'm trying to give that Hollyland, the Pyro 7 a chance.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. Um, but I need to try a different monitor before I send it back. But if I can get a hub to work, I'll take it because I love the
Sweet.
colors.
Yeah.
I love the Leica colors. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
like the Leica colors too.
I like Leica.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Um, I love how much we are naturally at heart, I think, camera nerds.
Yeah. I
Um,
would agree.
because like that's just like what we gravitated to just now.
Oh yeah. 100%. Well, it's been a while, Anson, since we've chatted. Let's
It
just do,
has. Well, we've chatted
you
on
know,
like text and stuff
yeah,
like
we
that,
have,
but yeah,
but I mean, even the last couple of weeks, like you traveling to New
yeah,
York, which we're going to hear about in a little bit, like we just haven't been in communication on a regular basis like we normally have been,
I know.
you know?
It's
And
been tough.
yeah, so, and I was looking back, Anson, we've been doing this channel for 5 months.
What?
5 months.
Are we at
So if
50
you're,
50 subscribers yet?
that I'm not sure. I don't know. Do you have
Wait,
an
wait, I have the stream pulled up. Hang
Yeah,
on.
yeah, pull it up.
Hang on.
I think it's like 45 or 6 or something.
48. We're so
48. Oh,
close.
come on. If you're watching this replay, or if you are currently watching the stream, make sure you hit that subscribe button and
We
the
beg of
bell
you.
for notifications so that you are always aware when we go live and talk about whatever it is that we talk about.
Honestly, for somebody that's been out of practice, you did pretty good.
Thank
That's pretty
you.
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be it'll be interesting getting back into this. Like it was not my intention to, just kind of drop YouTube at the moment. And it's not that I've dropped it. It's just there's been like literally so many other things going on that I cannot sit down and focus to make a video right now. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Again, I think I put this in perspective for you last time. Last summer, you took the entire summer off, I'm pretty sure.
So
No,
summer before maybe.
summer before, I think you
Yep.
took the entire summer off.
Yeah, I did.
And you often do this to me, and I miss seeing your face on my subscription feed. And I think that's what you do. I think that's how you get new subscribers. You just like go away for a
Go
while and
throw it
you're
in,
like,
show back up.
yeah. You gotta go away so that people miss you,
Well, I do know, like, I haven't even been really checking analytics because like new subscriber count
Oh
is like
no.
way down, like so far
Dude,
down.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay, no. We're doing this. Well, where you have your studio on you?
Yeah, I can bring it up.
Let's compare. Cuz your
Okay.
channel versus my channel, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. All right.
So yeah, my last video was 43 days ago, and that was the
S12 video?
video.
That's
S12
amazing.
video. Yep.
That's amazing. Okay, okay. So for those of you who don't have channels or keep up with these dumb numbers, this is the YouTube Studio app, and this basically just tells you how horrible you're doing all the time. Um, when you're going through your slow season, you gotta delete it, or else you're gonna have more seasonal depression than you already have.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Definitely don't look at the revenue.
what you don't look at the revenue now? It sucks. All right, what is your views for the last 28 days?
Last 28 days
So the
views.
top four when you
Yeah,
get on
yeah.
the homepage.
Okay, so views are 54.5K down.
Hate you. Mine are 39.
Okay.
Mine are down as well. What's your watch time?
2.1K down.
Hate you. 1.1K down. All right, subscribers. You want me to go first this time?
This is where it's way low. All right, way low.
Don't say this and then throw out like 500. I will literally stop the
It's
stream.
it's definitely not 500. It's
All right.
283.
I hate you. Dude,
It's way
I'm at
down.
132.
132.
Yes.
Really?
I'm basically losing subscribers at this point. And
People
I'm
are-
actively
people are-
posting.
People are unsubscribing faster than they're subscribing.
There's sometimes where I'll post a video and dude,
man.
the most demoralizing thing is when you post a video and the first click of subscribers goes down. You're like, somebody really hated this video.
It's like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, I reminded somebody they don't watch my channel and they
You know
just
what you need to do,
unsubscribe.
Anson? You need
What?
to take the summer off.
I
I'm
probably
done.
do. I've got too many products now. It's insane. No, I will say this. I will say this, and this is where I'll toot my horn. So I think this is the first year where I can look back at my older videos and actually say that they do as well as some of my old videos that kind of like got me established.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Like I used to I would say like last year. I think like some of the numbers were a little bit better, but like views alone, I would look back and be like, man, my highest videos were 2 or 3 years ago.
Hmm.
And like none of my videos come close to performing that well.
Yeah.
This year has been like it's not crazy, but I've got a couple 25K like
Yeah, you've been getting up there on some of those views.
yeah.
That's why
like
that's why I'm shocked like some of that watch time is down and stuff. You
well,
know what I mean?
I'm making 4-minute videos. So
Yeah,
like
that's true. That is true.
somebody
Yep.
probably sees the first minute of my video, see all the footage that I'm posting, and just
Yep.
like click off.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been
that's probably true.
trying to work it to where because I mean for the longest time you knew you've seen my formula maybe if you watch my videos.
Yeah.
Where I'm like image quality, build quality, overall thoughts. I've started not putting titles, like not
Oh, yeah.
transition titles.
Yep.
And I treat it as a conversation. I just go right into it. Like,
Yeah. That's
oh,
good.
you know, the image is great and I like how they're constructed and talk
Yeah.
about the construction for a little bit and then be like, oh, hey, this is great for this person. So that way there's a more of a conversation and not a clean break of
Yeah.
the topic.
Have you noticed any like retention differences?
I don't really look at retention because I get depressed.
Oh, okay.
Also, I don't feel like retention's ever accurate because it's always just bad. Like,
Yeah. Usually I pay attention to probably the first 30 seconds,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. It also doesn't help that I think one thing that maybe watch time is affecting is I have leaned more into the game of like titles that could probably some people might just click away because they see it as clickbait. I don't do clickbait titles. Like there's some truth to my title.
Yeah.
Or there's a truth in the topic of it's not a clickbait title, but
Yeah,
it's
right.
on that precipice of a potential of a precipice of a potential being seen as a clickbait title. So
Yeah.
I think that's why is
Good.
people might be clicking off because I think that's just the peril that you run when you do those types of titles.
Totally. I feel like you're good with titles though.
It's taken 7 years for me to figure this out.
Yeah.
And it's basically like,
I think
one
that'll pay
thing.
off in the end.
Yeah. I mean, I think one thing that has helped me out, and I was talking with the YouTube channel, the owner of the YouTube channel that I edit for, because they are, he's building this brand as a sports entertainment brand.
Hmm.
It's all out of pocket. He's paying someone to film everything. He's paying someone to edit everything. And so
Wow.
like he's self-funding this, and they're not like crazy successful yet.
Yeah.
Like they're tracking that way, but
Yep.
they're under 1,000 subscribers. And
Yeah.
so like,
What's the
I'm
average
trying.
views on some of the videos for those?
Not great, but it's also golf. Like
Yeah.
if you look at some of the more successful golf channels, there's no one under over 100K.
Hmm.
Like as far as subscriber counts. Now people get
I haven't,
millions of views.
yeah, I haven't done a lot of golf YouTube research.
Right. I mean, so I asked him, I was like, hey, and this is a conversation maybe of like best practice of YouTube. Because I was like, hey, you shared with me a really successful golf channel. What is it? Let me go look at their channel. And so I just did like 5 minutes of research.
Yep.
And I was like, the reason why he's getting views is because he's using titles that are massively intriguing.
Hmm.
He is
It's big.
he's hitting that. Like one of his like most popular videos was like, I spent X amount of money to improve my handicap by like 3 points or something like that.
Yep.
And that's going to get clicks.
Oh yeah.
Like it is, because like people
Yeah.
are like, I want to get better. I want to get a better handicap. I don't know how golf works, so I hope I'm not offending anyone. But, but that being said, it is very much like, okay, you cannot put the name of your channel in your title. Like you just
Yeah.
can't. No one cares.
Yeah. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. And I can't tell you how many times, like, even with like My Brother the Villain, that short
Yep.
microfilm series that I had to remember no one cares about My Brother the Villain as a title.
Right.
Like, if I want the views on it,
Yeah.
then I've got to make the title intriguing. And I
feel
think,
like I feel like this channel is a perfect example of that.
what is our title for? I always forget to check what the title is.
Wait, this is backtracking a little bit, but did you go and change the title of our last
I don't want to talk
episode?
about it. I don't want to talk about it. I did. What did I
Did it
change it
help?
to?
No, it didn't. It didn't help.
Did it
Actually,
not
that's
help
our
at all?
least viewed video on the channel, Anson.
Is it really?
Yeah. Go back and look. I'm pretty sure it is.
We had amazing
SEO. You
conversation,
went
and
SEO on it, and look at what happened.
okay. See, this is where we just got to let it organically do its thing, because I'm gonna go mess it up somehow. That is hilarious. Is it factually our least viewed
I
video?
think it is. I think it is. Let me here. Let me bring up the channel real
Oh,
quick.
here I got it. I got it right here. I got it right
Oh,
here.
okay. Yeah, you bring it up. Go to whatever lives or popular or videos or whatever it is.
Switch account. Oh my god, dude. It's so bad.
Wasn't it like 17 views?
19. And normally we get, oh, okay, no. Okay, NAB was our worst one.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, no one cared about that one.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because we actually tied our channels to that one.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Maybe we aren't the influencers we thought we were.
I can definitely say we're not.
Okay, so 19, 47, 16, 45, 60, 29, 74, 67, and 62. Dude, our first video got 62 views. That's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive. The
I
day
like it.
that one of our streams passes 100 views, we will celebrate with balloons.
With balloons. You gotta make the camera. It's so infrequent.
Yeah, that's weird.
There we go.
There it is. Celebrate.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I don't even know what we were talking about at this
Oh,
point. No,
golf YouTube.
titles.
Golf YouTube titles.
Titles. Being
Yeah.
better at titles. So, okay, if anybody's listening, if you're running a YouTube channel, you've got to make, like, look at our titles and just go the opposite direction. Like, don't be coy. Don't be like, "Ooh, this is cool." No, go for
Don't be
something
cute. Don't be
that
cute.
as a viewer you would click on. I think that's the I'm not gonna clap anymore. My wife said, "Okay, so there's so much going on in my house right now." So yes, go for what you as a viewer would click on. So yeah,
Sweet. But yes, in soon I'm going to go for those views, Anson.
come on,
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'll be over here getting all the artsy fartsy people with the BF and FB. You can have all the Lumix people,
Okay.
and then I'll occasionally come steal your Lumix views. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and like this stream so that maybe YouTube will be
Hey,
like, "Hey,
push it out. Push it out.
push it out."
Yeah, I'm going to like,
Okay,
yeah, here we go.
Caleb, what else have you got going on this summer?
Okay, yeah. So like I said, I'm doing some traveling. We're going camping here next week. We have a place out in Pennsylvania that we're going to go to this month.
Nice.
Let's see what else. 4th of July, you know.
Hell yeah.
Um,
What do you guys? So are you going? What are you doing for Fourth of July? Do you guys just go fireworks?
yeah, so we go actually down to my wife's uncle's place, down in Nebraska,
Nebraska.
the cornfields of Nebraska, central
Nice.
Nebraska. It's actually really beautiful out there, and there's not a lot of you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Anything?
Requirements on fireworks,
Oh,
things
okay.
like that. So yeah, there's usually some pretty big ones that
Oh,
go.
so there you can launch. So like in North
Yep.
Carolina, we can't do aerial fireworks
Yeah, we can pretty
privately.
much do anything
That's fun.
there.
Well, that
Um,
being said, I live in the country of North Carolina, and we do plenty of aerial fireworks.
yeah, right.
Just don't get caught.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean it's usually a good time. We've been doing it for a long time. You know, the boys have been growing up doing that. So
Nice.
um yeah, so it'll be fun to go out there. Should be nice and warm. It's always hot. So it's always like 4th of July just it feels like summer. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
like
Do you go out with like the
you
red,
know.
white, and blue popsicles and just like
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know what
Like
that was. I'm sorry.
yeah, that was kind of weird, but I like, you know, my wife has a America t-shirt she'll wear, you know, like that type of thing. Like it's
Nice.
summer, you know what I mean? Like Sandlot, right? Like the movie
Oh,
Sandlot.
so good.
Yeah.
Classic.
So
Classic.
that's what I always look forward to it every year. This year we're going camping right before that. So we're
Nice.
actually going camping in the Black Hills of South Dakota. And if you are like Anson and do not know this, that is where Mount Rushmore is. So if you are watching this
Oops.
and you have always wondered where Mount Rushmore is, you know, the mountain with the presidents in it. We won't get into the backstory of it all, but the mountain with the presidents' faces.
What's the back?
That
Now I'm
no,
intrigued. What's the
no, we're not
backstory?
getting into it, Anson. We're not getting into it. The It is in the Black Hills of South Dakota, which is a beautiful area. I will
Okay.
say this. Here's what I'm just going to put this out into the universe, Anson. You ready
Okay.
for this? I
Mhm.
actually want to have a content creator get together out in the Black Hills of South Dakota.
That would be dope. We need to make that
I
happen.
wanted to do it this coming fall, but with
Okay.
everything going on, you know,
What's
here
going
at the
on?
studio and everything.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think you
just
meant in the
yeah.
world.
Well, that too. Yeah, I mean that too.
That too.
Um, yeah. So I want to do that. Maybe next year. Maybe 2026.
2026. I'm here for it.
So get
I'm here for
together
it.
out in the Black Hills and get some creators together. I'm just putting it out there. You know, putting it out.
It's like the Transformers. We'll all be there.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
I'll be
That was
there
lame.
for you.
Okay, we're not singing.
Yeah,
We're
no
not
singing.
singing.
This is not karaoke. Okay,
Yeah. We
well,
just we have one viewer, and I think
yeah,
they just left.
yeah, they did probably. Okay, tell us about New York. Okay, so you went to New York for what?
Went to New York originally for the Build Expo. And this is a conference that B&H has been putting on. I think for the last couple of years. I don't actually know when it started.
Have you been to one before?
I haven't. So I
Okay.
was asked if I was going by one of the marketing reps last year. They weren't going to like sponsor me or anything like that. They were
Yep.
just asking if I was going to be there. And that was the first time I had heard about it. And then after NAB and all like the connections I made at NAB, I was like, this would be cool. Let's do this again. And so I was like, let's in New York City is like an 8 hour drive for me, like a 1 hour flight. Like it's not that far.
Yep.
And my wife's best friend lives there. And so I was like, two birds, one stone, let's go.
So the whole family went?
The whole family went, dude. We all
Nice.
slept in a king size bed. It was interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole family went. It was fun. We basically the first day it was kind of sprinkling a little bit, but we went to there is a zoo in the middle of Central Park.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I've never been to
And
New York.
what?
Yeah, I've never been there.
Interesting.
I don't have a huge desire to go there, honestly. Like
But
I'll go there just because it's like New York, right? But
have you
like,
been to, have you been to Chicago?
yeah, I've been to Chicago.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I've driven
It's
through Chicago.
you never like stopped in. Oh my God.
No.
I love Chicago.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. Some of those places they just don't appeal to me.
Okay, we'll dive into this in a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, Interesting. So yeah, okay. So we went to the Central Park Zoo the first day, had some nice quiz like gourmet pizza. I had a
Mm.
calzone that
Hey.
was like uh it was a weird calzone. It was like a traditional calzone where like all the meat and cheese was in a like flatbread, kind of
Okay.
like a flatbread, and then the sauce was on top and the cheese was an extra layer of cheese was on top of the flatbread. It was really weird, but it was delicious.
Okay.
The bill reflected how good it was. I was
Yeah.
not excited about that.
Yeah, I bet.
And then just hung out, did our thing. Then the next day I was supposed to go to Build. Like I was gonna go one day just for the family, one day go to Build. I woke up. So one thing that got me excited about Build was Peter McKinnon was gonna speak.
Yeah, that's right. I did see that he was going to be there.
Yeah, so that was cool. Like I'm not like a huge Peter. No,
I
I'm
figured
a
that was the reason you were going.
I like Peter McKinnon. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
I'm like overly like. I probably still would have ditched it if he was going to speak. I don't know, but
Mm.
he had a family emergency, didn't
Oh,
show up, or like
shoot.
canceled his speech or
Yeah.
canceled his talk.
Bummer.
And so I was like, I wasn't like too hype on it. And then
Yep.
like I also like I was like I've seen all these people in April going to NAB.
Mm.
Like I'm not really going to see anybody new. The only thing I wanted to do was go see Sigma because I they weren't at NAB and they
Yeah.
were at Build. But I did a little recon and found out that the CEO wasn't there, who I wanted to meet. And I was like, okay, he's not there. Peter's not there. Pete McKinnon's not there. I'm gonna ditch it and I'm
Mm.
gonna go and spend some time with the family. So we went to the one of like the like a big history museum there.
Okay.
It's like a 5-story history museum.
Whoa.
Like we spent like 3 hours there and we didn't see the whole thing,
Jeez.
but just walked around, took some photos, and got some, went from like fancy pizza to like a hole in the wall pizza
Mm.
joint
Yeah.
the next day. So it was kind of nice. And just hung out with the family and you just had a nice time.
So you didn't go
So
to the conference at all then?
at
Their
all,
the
nope,
venue or whatever it
nope,
was. Hmm.
no, because at that point I was like, I want to spend time with my family,
Yeah,
and I could
absolutely.
probably, I went as an initiative for the channel to like create content or meet new people, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go do some street photography and we'll make a
Yeah.
video out of that. And so
Sweet.
it still was a business trip, but just a different business trip.
Now, were
So
you able to connect with some other creators while you were there?
I did. So
Yeah.
for some of you that follow Caleb or I's channel, you know that we are Lumix creators. And
Once.
so I met up with our marketing rep from Lumix and a couple of other creators, and we all just went to this. We started doing like street photography, it was just like walking around, and then we were all like, "Do we really want to do?" let's go to a bar. So we went to a dive bar in Chinatown,
Nice.
and just hung out for like a couple hours,
Yeah, sweet.
and then oh, but the weirdest thing was okay. So I got they won Sean. I'll say Sean. I can say Sean.
Hey, you can say Sean. Everybody
Yeah,
knows Sean.
Sean. I didn't know Sean used to live in New York. I didn't know this.
Hmm.
But we went. He was like telling us all the trains we need to go to. My train got off like 3 blocks away from my hotel, which I probably could have gotten closer if I went on a different train, but I was in
Gotcha.
for the ride. It was what it was. So I was like, I'm close enough. I'll walk.
Oh,
That it was fine. I did something I don't ever do, and that was I got really hot, and so I just like dipped into a bar and just had a quick bourbon and then went back out. So I was like, doing my own version of like bar hopping for a
yeah.
second. But dude, I was walking back and there was a random guy that just was like sizing me up.
Whoa.
Like
Hello.
he straight up was just like looking at me and just like turning and like he followed me for a solid block and a half, I think.
Wow.
And I just wasn't looking at him. I would like look up and look around and make sure I
Take it
had
all
my
in.
hand on my camera and everything. And so like I was like, this is so
Wow.
weird. So weird.
I'm glad
Um
you're still with us.
Thankfully it wasn't I don't think it was like a more dangerous part of New York City. I was over by Madison Square Garden, so it was
Okay.
like very touristy. So I
Yep.
felt a little safer. But I did get recognized out of the blue in Chinatown, which was
Hey,
fun. I was like,
just like a
man,
random person recognize
dude.
you?
So
You
I'm
weren't at the
taking a
conference or anything?
no, no. I'm taking a picture with the BF. I'm taking a
Yep.
picture of like so there was a crosswalk light that everybody had stuck a bunch of stickers on, and I was
Okay,
taking a
yeah.
picture of it.
Yep.
And some dude just looks at me and is like, "I didn't know you live in New York." And I'm like,
Didn't know you lived in New York.
"Me?" He's like, "Yeah, aren't you the Sigma guy?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, what's up, man?" And so we just
Nice.
sat and talked for a minute. He took my picture, and I was
Cool.
like, I felt like a total celebrity. I was like, "Well, you just made my day. Thank you."
Makes all those videos and low views worth it.
Right?
all
Makes
the all the time
you're gonna come back
and
and you're gonna
stress.
get more views than I have making videos all summer, just grinding away.
I don't think that's gonna happen, Anson. I mean, I'm looking forward to making some videos, but I don't
Yeah,
think it's gonna happen. And it's
well,
gonna be a slow burn.
yeah.
But I
I
am
mean, it'll
coming for the
be.
views.
You are coming for the views. I mean, yeah, you got to come for the views. Your daddy, your Lumix daddy.
I don't
You
know
got
if
to
I
make it
am.
happen.
I don't know if I am. I don't know why people say that. I think there's other more
I mean, it's
established
primarily
Lumix
because
daddies.
Matthew Dangyu is inspired by you, and
Yeah, I think that might be it.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So it is that. So okay, why are you not attracted to metropolitan cities?
Oh, I mean, like they're so like stressful. You know what I mean?
But you like
Like
Japan.
like
Japan's the same
well,
way.
no, Japan is different.
Okay,
Tokyo is
Japan. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Tokyo is different. Like
yeah,
I am not stressed when I'm there. I'm stressed in like places like Chicago or Minneapolis, or if I went to New York, it probably would be. So I don't know. There's just something about it. Like trust me, there's a lot to see there, and I would like to see some of it. You know,
yeah.
like Chicago and New York. Just history. I love history, right? There's a lot
Sure.
of history there. Like even in Chicago, like crime history, right? You
Yep.
know, that's really cool. Um, but
Crime
yeah,
history.
yeah, like the gangs and stuff. You know, like
Oh, I mean,
um,
you have gangs, but you
yeah.
also in New York have like mafia and all that. If
Oh
you're
yeah, no. I mean, like that's very intriguing to learn
like,
about some of that history. But yeah, I don't know. Like, give
hmm,
me give me the hills. You know what I mean?
your true country,
Yeah,
true
I mean, that
country.
might be part of it as well. That might be part of it.
I wouldn't pen you for that type of person.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's because we've been to Japan together. But you're right.
Yeah,
Japan is way quieter
yeah,
than.
like yes, it's the biggest city in the world in Tokyo, right? But
Is it? I
you
didn't
don't.
realize it
Yeah, it
was.
is. Yeah, it is. But
The amount of times that you've like
you don't feel
fact
like it though.
checked, embarrassed me on this
Oh yeah,
podcast.
dude. History and geography. I love that stuff, man. I love it. I know that you don't know where the black. I don't know. You don't know where Mount Rushmore is.
Seriously, could have told me your mom. We had this. We had the saying. We had the
You
thing. I
probably
said
don't know where Nebraska is.
it's in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, is it? Is it?
It's somewhere.
Yeah, it is.
Let
But
me let me go Google search.
but let me tell you something. That stuff intrigues me.
I mean, that's intriguing things for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah, yeah.
for sure.
I like it.
But yes, I think I again I see the appeal that you have in like Tokyo and Osaka and all those places.
Yep.
Makes me I do miss it. But see, the other
Oh
thing
yeah.
for me is like I like going to those places. One, I feel like I'm a city person at heart. Like I grew up in Florida and then we moved to North Carolina, and when we moved I was like, "Oh my God, I'm a city boy in the country." And like that wasn't the case.
Yep.
But I think I always like, architecture, tall
Oh yeah.
buildings, all
Totally.
that kind of stuff. I love, especially as I've gotten older and gotten into photography and things like that, where I'm like, I can go around our town and take pictures, but I go if I want like pictures of stuff I really enjoy, I'll drive like 30 minutes to our downtown city,
Hmm.
and take pictures there. And so going to New York, I'm like, I'm getting pictures that I can't get other places. Um, and so that I think that's the other thing that I'm like, I really do like this. It's an experience.
Oh yeah. Totally.
So I I have to wait a year to travel with. I love you guys so much. Savannah's on the other side. But it's before I travel with my family again. Savannah has like we both have really high anxiety, but
Oh
like
yeah.
I when I'm flying and traveling by myself, I can compartmentalize really well my anxiety. I have it like every
Yeah.
time I go through TSA, like I want to like roll over and die. Like it's just terrible. But like I've gotten comfortable with it. It was getting those two to fly was like, geez, we almost didn't
That's
even make it because so Real ID has come into effect. If you're in the
oh
United
yeah.
States,
Yep.
you should be getting a Real ID or know where your passport is. Love you. Um, so my wife Savannah lost her passport.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Shoot.
she's I don't know what she's saying, but she's giving me a lip. I don't know. I'm
This is
afraid to go
live.
out and I'm
This is
afraid
live.
to go out of this room anytime soon.
She's gonna report
But
our channel.
she is. She is. She texts me. I misplaced it, not lost. So
I
okay.
I believe her.
I mean, okay, so here's what happened. So the day before, I'm like, hey, we all need to get our passports together. So like our child has a passport because we went out of overseas when she was like 5.
Yep.
I have my passport. Savannah has her passport. So I was like, everybody get your passports together because we don't have a real ID. We haven't done that yet. Which in our state, it actually doesn't make a difference
Hmm. Okay.
because the
Good to know.
requirements for our state for real ID and a driver's license are the exact same.
Huh.
And so like there's not like extra benefit for us having real ID
All
other
right.
than we don't have to take our passport, right? So
Okay.
like so
Noted.
if you don't have real ID, you have to have your passport. And so what we did, so yeah, we were doing all that, we're getting our passports together, and then Savannah goes, I can't find my passport. I'm like, what? It's the day before. Like, what are we doing here? And so she frantically just like goes through the house trying to find the passport. And it comes to like the morning of, and She still doesn't have her passport. We've already just concluded we're going to get to the airport a little early because apparently there's just some extra screening they need to do potentially for you to go. Um, and so we've just accepted it. We're going to get to the airport 3 hours early rather than two because that is my anxiety. I'm a 2 hour person.
Okay.
Um, and so just by happenstance, I'm looking for my camera wrist strap. Like I want to take my Peak Design camera wrist strap. Um, and I'm looking all over the place and I go to look in my wife's car and in the trunk of her car there's a fanny pack. And I'm like, let me just
Trunk.
let me just take a look.
Oh, wow.
And so I look in the front pocket of this fanny pack and that's in her trunk and lo and behold is her
Wow.
passport. This
Let's
was like
go.
noon. Our flight was at
Wow.
4. This was like noon. And
That's amazing.
so I'm like, I'm the hero of this trip.
Yeah, no kidding.
Um, so yeah, it was a time. But no,
Wow.
we had a great time. It was fun.
So was that fanny pack in the trunk since your international trip?
No, so I asked her, I was like, what, how did this get here? Because this is the other, so okay, along with an incredible woman and who she is, uh, she has anxiety and she has raging ADHD. So I told her, I was like, what did you do last with your passport? And we were going through the things, and she was like, I think I moved it because you were cleaning the office and I was afraid you were going to throw it away. I was like,
Hey.
are you sure? Are you sure? Because you definitely started a new job or at least a new position that you may have needed your passport. She's like, no, that wasn't it. That was it.
Maybe she went on a trip without you.
Maybe she did, and maybe honestly, after this conversation, she might
Yeah.
like,
He's like, put that passport back in the
yeah,
trunk.
put it back in the trunk. I'm
I
going somewhere
I need
else.
it.
Yes, I'm going back to New York to have margaritas. Um, yeah, dude, it was fun, but I was between like working while I'm on this trip.
That changes things.
It does change things. You don't
Yep.
ever feel like you have a day off.
Yeah.
Which is fine because like I have times where like I don't start work until like noon,
Mm-hmm.
which is great for me because I'm way more productive in the afternoon. But yeah, but a part of that downside is yeah, you don't ever really have days off.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Welcome to the freelance world.
it's funny though. Like I think I said this on the last podcast where as much as I'm working, like yeah, there are times where I'm like, I'm exhausted. And I've now edited this golf episode for 8 hours today.
Oh, shoot.
Like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like, because they're like 30-minute episodes. And I'm
Oh,
like, I'm trying to make them like entertaining
yeah.
30-minute episodes. So, like, keeping the pace going, like, introducing music
Whoa.
every couple minutes,
Yeah.
like, finding a new music track and all of this. And so, sometimes it still feels daunting, but I, I, I honestly like this. I think it's the first time in my life where I'm like, I actually enjoy what I'm doing. Like I
Nice.
truly enjoy what I'm doing,
Sweet. Yeah.
which I've always just been had jobs that pay the bills, and like
Right.
I've liked my jobs, but it isn't something that like I would just say that I have like I'm having fun while I'm working.
Right.
So as much as editing a 30-minute golf episode sometimes can seem like my brain hurts a little bit, but that's just because I had to be creative for a 30-minute episode, and
Do
that's hard.
you think you'll take on more like editing jobs, like just like strictly editing jobs like that?
Um, I'm not opposed to it for sure
Yep.
because like yeah, I mean like I think I would have to get better at like After Effects
Mm.
and Fusion within DaVinci Resolve if I wanted to offer that.
Yep.
But once that's the case, like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. And I feel like there are some things that I don't do. Like, the lead editor I work with, like, I think they just put out a short where he, like, it was the guys playing golf and, like, he missed a shot. And he did these crazy anime, like,
Oh,
style, like,
yeah.
graphics behind them. And, like,
Yeah.
me as a creative, I just don't personally like that's not my thing.
Oh
Like
yeah, totally.
I don't like that type of look. I'd
Yep.
rather have a story behind a video, and even if it's like visually lame in that sense, like it's just not what I gravitate to. I also
Like
just
not
have
every
no idea
video.
how to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Not every video can be Batman style
Right.
camping.
I know. I
Like,
know.
could you imagine a golfing Batman style?
Like this lighting,
Yes.
with golf.
Yeah.
Dude, I fight it sometimes, man. Like that is the hardest thing of being a professional videographer and photographer
Yeah.
is like having to switch your brain to like
Yeah.
what would normies like,
Yeah.
right?
No,
Like
here's the thing. I have a story about that. Like I'm finishing up a project right now where like it was the lighting, the way it was like so cinematic the way that I shot it. Looked
yeah.
so good. So
Hmm.
good. And like the windows were like exposed right and everything like
Was this the S12, S1R2, the thing that you sent us in our
no,
text
this is a
thread?
different one. This is a different
Okay.
one. I like that one too.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that one too, but this one's different.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
like it looked so good, but
Yeah.
they're like, "Can you like it looks a little shadowy."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, I didn't." I'm like, "Okay, yes, this is their video. It's not
Yes.
my video. It's their video." So I was
I,
like,
I'm
"Yes, I will lift the shadows. I
yeah.
will
I'm
I will lift it. I will make it brighter."
I'm not going to explain to this client why you
Yes.
want shadows because
Yeah.
shadows make things intriguing and it
It looked
creates
so good.
depth.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That's why like I'm shooting in well, technically I'm shooting on the light side, but still like there's a lot of shadows to create like depth and
Like
things like that.
I was definitely going for a more like cinematic feel to
Like a
this interview.
Netflix style interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they came back with pretty shadowy. Can you brighten it up? I'll brighten up your video. I'll do it.
That was one thing that was really hard when I started was I always wanted I've learned one thing that I do love about doing that type of stuff, working, is it forces you to learn new things. And so
Yeah.
like I've now on like I start to appreciate just front lighting
Oh
someone.
yeah. Yep.
Even if it's like I'll front light, but I'll have them look off, director,
Hmm.
camera left.
Yep.
So it has a little bit of shadow like back here, and maybe have a hair light.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have done that if it
Mm.
wasn't for me producing stuff for people that aren't into, Tim Burton's Batman,
Yeah,
So,
totally. Yeah.
but it is what it is. So, but then sometimes you're like, you get hired because you have an aesthetic and people like it. And you're
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
those are the best. I haven't shot for the tattoo studio in a while, but that was one that was like, all right, you want to actually work
Like,
with me because you like my
yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
So, someone else, I feel like that happened somewhere else too. I don't remember where it
Mm.
was, but yeah, it was cool. Oh yeah, that last company I worked for.
Oh, just them.
But yeah, just them. So,
Cool.
anyways, so yeah, Caleb, what, when are so you guys are leaving for camping when?
Wait, I'm gonna get into the comments here, into the chat. Oh, no chat.
This is
Um,
like that one episode. This
yeah,
is like that.
yeah, it totally is.
Maybe, and you know what? It will get more views than the one that I renamed.
It probably will. Even though that there was so much good information in that.
That's why I
Like,
renamed it
yeah,
because it was like
I could
so
see
much good
why
information.
I could see the direction you were going with it. And if you are watching this and you don't know what we're talking about,
Go
go
check out
back
the
and watch
last
the
video on our
last,
channel.
yeah, last episode. If you are looking to get more clients for
Was
your
that? Oh,
video
that
business.
was the conversation. It
Yep.
was how to get clients. Got it.
Yep. Yeah, that was good. That was a good combo.
It was
Yeah,
a good
so
combo.
so yeah, leaving for camping. We are leaving Sunday for camping.
Nice.
So it's about a 5-hour drive from us across the state west, straight shot across Interstate 90. And
Nice.
so, yeah, well, it's about 5 hours out there, and then we're gonna do some, hiking, and there's like some cliff jumping,
Nice.
um, some other like there's a thing called Devil's Bathtub out there, which is like a rock water slide,
I
basically.
have heard about this.
Yeah. So those are good times.
So wait,
Yeah.
you're going Sunday and then you're going to Nebraska on
Yeah.
Friday?
Yeah. So we leave camping, we go camping, we leave Sunday, and then on the third we will drive down to Nebraska from there. And
Nice.
then we will come home after, like, on the 6th or something like that. So it's like a full week away.
Nice.
But
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take the GH5 with me. I'm gonna take the S12, and I think I'm gonna take
Oh,
the
I
S9.
was like I was like, why are you taking the GH5, bro?
No, here's the reason why. I want, like, I think I'm gonna show the boys how to use it, that
The
in the S9.
GH5?
Yeah, because I think that might be a good, like, opportunity to do that. And yeah, the GH5 and the S9. And my youngest son wants to make skateboarding videos. He's getting really
Nice.
good at skateboarding, and so he wants to
Nice.
make like some uh
Get him
well,
that
I mean,
fisheye.
yeah, I know, right? He really wants to make like sponsorship videos. That's what he wants to do. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
How old is he?
He's 14,
Oh,
which he
okay.
just got his driver's permit this morning.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
So we'll
Uh,
be we'll be doing some parking lot driving here soon, and then hit the roads.
There was something that happened when I had my learner's permit, and I don't remember. I think,
What a way to
one,
intro that. It's
do
a
you
good
guys,
hook.
yeah, I know. Do you guys have it to where, like, if you have your learner's permit, you can't drive past a certain hour?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So one, I was late, and so I was driving past my certain hour.
Wait, with an adult?
No.
Or you can drive with a permit without an adult? Or do you have like just had your license or
What
something?
did I have?
Or a
What did I
restricted
do?
license, maybe.
Maybe it was restricted license.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that.
That
I
comes
think,
next.
yeah, I think there's a learner's permit where you drive with an adult, and then you
Yeah.
have your restricted learners or your
Yeah.
restricted driver's license where you can only drive a certain amount of hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what my
I think that's
oldest
what.
has right now. Yeah.
Okay, that's what. Okay, fair enough.
And
Is
he's
that also
he's
14 or is that 15?
that's kind of after you complete like so many hours with the permit, I think. Like I don't
Okay,
I think it
yeah,
can vary.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
can
yeah,
vary,
yeah.
but yeah.
Fair enough. So okay, I was in that phase. I was in the restricted driver's license.
All right. All right.
So I was past my allotted time because I was doing something. I think I was playing in like praise and worship or something like that. It
Yeah.
was for the Lord. Um,
GCD, E minor.
G, GCD and E minor if you want to feel edgy. But uh, so past my allotted time, and then I had seen everyone else. Oh my god, I had seen everyone else do this, and so I thought it was fine. But there was a long line to turn, and so like everybody was going straight, I was going right,
Okay.
and so I just went onto the shoulder, and got into the eventual turn lane and turned right. Well, turns out there was a police officer right behind me.
Mm,
He pulled me over, and
nice.
one was like, "You're driving past your time." I was like,
Oh,
"Sorry."
snap.
Two, you can't do that. Like you're
You
just
can't create
basically making
you
your
can't
own
create
lane at that
yeah, you
point.
can't create a turn lane?
There was no, because like occasionally when you go to turn, like you'll go around someone because
Oh, yeah.
they're going straight,
Yeah, yeah.
and I just was like, okay, that's got to be legal.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, so I got a ticket. I think I got a ticket. I
Wow.
might have just got a warning. I don't
Okay.
think I got a ticket because then that
That'd
would
be
have been a
that'd be
problem.
harsh to give you a ticket, honestly.
Yeah,
It'd be kind
yeah.
of harsh.
Here's a learning moment,
Yeah.
Junior.
Teaching
Uh,
moment and a warning.
yeah, yeah. The other thing too is I remember when I got my learner's permit, I was so concerned about going into the oncoming traffic that
Oh,
I almost hit someone in front of me that was driving
oh,
in my lane because
wow.
I was just driving along looking at the center, markings, and my
Yep.
dad's like, there's someone stopped in front of you, and I'm like, it's so stressful.
I think I created a lot of stress for my oldest because, um, well, he's kind of a control freak a little
Okay.
bit,
Yeah.
um, and I was like, break, 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 kind of like the shuttle while we were in California.
Oh
He's
my
like, I
God,
know I
yes.
am breaking. I'm like,
The
"No,
shuttle
but
in California.
it didn't feel like it.
It just didn't feel like it. I didn't think you were breaking.
Yeah, shuttle in California. That's a little inside joke for our two viewers. Which one of them is
Yeah.
me?
The other one's me. So our no viewers.
We didn't even get any Erica comments tonight.
I know. We're falling off, man. See, the
Yeah,
algorithm, we stopped feeding the beast, and now
yeah.
this is what's gonna I have my 132 is gonna go to 129,
Mm,
and I'm
mm.
eventually gonna just get negative subscribers.
Yep.
Oh,
-10.
the day that happens, I will be so sad.
That will be sad.
I
What will you
know.
do?
I don't know. I think I'll close the channel at that point. I'm like, I think this is done. I
Close the
think
channel.
I've piqued everyone's interest enough.
We are. We have made
In
it.
fairness, I don't think I've ever gotten past like 500 in a rolling 28-day period.
Really?
Yeah, no. My growth is very slow.
I was close to a
Very
thousand
slow.
once. I
Yeah,
think I
see,
was over 1,000 once.
this is why you're better than me.
Well, I don't. I
Because
wouldn't say that. You are at least make videos.
yeah, does it matter if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to watch it? Does it make a sound? Like, where are you at now? What's your total subscriber count? I'm looking
Total
this up.
subs. Let me look here.
Dude, I swore you were at 1,000. You were at 30,000. You're still at.
29,787.
So you're almost at. You're almost.
Almost at
You're
30.
almost there. You're almost at 30. You're almost at 30. Where's Dustin? Is Dustin hit 30 yet?
He'll be hitting it in no time.
He's at 24. Okay. How's Dang you doing?
Dang, he puts out a video like every day, so he better be doing good.
Man, he's still sitting at that 7,000. I mean, that's where I would have been like, you know what? This posting every day is not doing anything for me. I'm gonna stop doing
Bring it
it.
back. Bring it back. Dial it back to once a week.
Oh
Once
my
a week's a
god,
good
dude.
rhythm.
Once a week. I think this week for me will be two, because I was so disappointed in the views from the firmware update
Oh yeah.
that I'm
So
like,
you got inspired.
well, no, I got this BF grip in, and I was like, this will probably take like 20 minutes to make, so
Yep.
I might as well just be like, hey, must own accessory for the Sigma BF.
Nice.
So, anyways, Caleb,
Cool. Cool. You
it's
want to
been
wrap
an
it?
hour. It's been an hour and 3 minutes
Hour and
of
3.
us catching up.
Hey, this is good.
Because
It was good to catch
you
up.
know, honestly, you could have made this stream private, and I
Yeah.
would have had just as fine time.
Well, we did talk about like just chatting over the backstage.
We did. We're
Not
just
even
chatting.
going
We're just
live.
kind of
Not
catching up
even
with
going
people's
live.
life.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
kept people's life. That's
People's
what I
life.
meant. That's
Yeah.
what I meant. That's what I meant.
No, I want
All
to
right,
hear
dude.
about New York, so I'm glad it was a good trip with the fam,
Yeah, dude.
even though you didn't go to the conference.
Okay. Before we go, I do have to say, did you see the post that I made about not going to the conference?
I don't know if I did. I don't know if I saw that. What'd you put
So I
on
made
Instagram or what?
Yeah, I made an Instagram story where, because I didn't really broadcast that I was going. Not that
Yeah.
anyone would care,
Yeah,
except
yeah.
for that one guy that saw me in Chinatown and
You're a
recognized me.
Sigma dude?
You the Sigma dude?
You're like, yeah, I'm
And
Sigma.
yeah, I'm Sigma Daddy. Um, but I made a post. I made a story rather that, hey, I'm just spending time with the family, and I decided to not go and just enjoy time. I'm gonna miss all of you. I think you. Dude, I don't think anyone cared. But I was like, watch me not say anything, and then that one person's gonna be like, dude, I I went on Wednesday just to hang out, and you
Yeah.
weren't there, and I'm like, I feel terrible.
Do you
So
think that conference is one that we should be going to? Or is it
Bill,
more like NAB
it,
Cinegear?
it's more NAB Cine Gear, I think.
Have
I
you gone
think
to
it's
Cinegear?
no, I have not. Have you?
I haven't. No, I've never been there.
I want to go to Cine Gear.
Yeah, I'd like to go there.
I'd like to go at least once.
Hmm.
I think NAB is becoming the standard for content creators.
Yeah, I think it is too.
If
From
you
what
don't
I'm
go to
gathering.
NAB, you're kind of like behind.
Which I feel like people have said Cinegear though is the one
Really?
for content creators because it's a little bit more like
Video centric
consumer. It's like more like what we're using, where NAB is like a lot of, you know,
broadcast.
like big tech things,
Yeah.
even, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And it
So,
would be cool to hang out on the back lot of Warner Brothers,
oh yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah.
go see the Batmobile and all that.
Hmm.
Maybe next year we should try Cine Gear instead of NAB.
Yeah, we could.
I can't do too many conferences. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I eventually just am gonna be broke. Like
Yeah.
I can't do that. So,
I hear you on that.
um, but I mean, I'm up for it. We should no, you know what? F that. We should do 1 year. We do every conference.
Every conference.
Just
How about,
see what happens.
yeah, that build those relationships.
I'm going to see the same people at every conference. Be like, oh,
Um,
hey, what's up? I'm like,
Hey,
hey, I haven't emailed you yet
yeah,
because, okay,
I just
fun.
saw you 2 weeks ago. Oh, this
Yeah,
is
I know.
another conference.
Have you emailed anyone that you met at NAB?
I don't think so.
I think I've now lost all the cards that I got at
Yeah,
NAB and
I'm
haven't
not
emailed
totally
a single
sure.
person.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure where they're at, so I'm glad that you brought that up and made me feel bad about it.
I mean, like 7 artisans, like they
Yep.
reached out to me before I reached out to them because I
Nice.
was like,
Yeah.
I just have too much going on. Like I just
What about the mic company, Ceramonic?
Ceremonic. Yeah.
Are they good to work with? Have you worked with them?
Did they email you?
They did.
My buddy Pav does a lot with them, and
Yeah.
they said I think he liked working with them. I've never
Okay.
worked with them. Dude, if somebody tries to come at me with a microphone, it's an instant
Yeah.
no.
I know. It's like that's mics are tough. You know what I
My
mean?
I'd
I'd rather
rather
not.
spend $400 on a microphone than review one.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
totally. Yeah.
if that gives you any indication of
I
dude,
remember, okay, one of these times we need to go back and watch like our very first video that we made for our channel. And I think that's public anyway. And
mhm.
I think I might have done a microphone one for mine.
Momin. No, your
No,
first one.
my very first one.
Because I remember you did.
I think I did like a Rode mic
You
or something.
did. I remember this.
Yeah.
I don't think I was watching you at that point. I think
Yeah.
when I the rigmarole binging somebody when you first
Yep.
find their channel, I
Yeah.
may have watched it at that point.
Yep.
But I do remember like 6 months after you started like popping off a little bit, you did a Momin
Yeah.
lav mic review.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I agreed to do the Momin lav mic review
Oh,
because
because
I
I
saw
did it?
you do it. Yes.
No way.
Yes, and it
Oh,
sucked.
I know. I shouldn't
The
have done that
microphone
one.
was fine. The
Yeah,
microphone
yeah.
was fine, but the video tanked. Um, but it's
I
funny
don't know if
because
I don't know if I still broke 1,000 views on that video. It
oh,
might still be
I was literally about to say this is so in my like trying to boost my self-esteem up a little bit and seeing like my views on the year and everything and seeing like okay, like my views this year are not actually that bad.
Yep.
I was going just back to all of my videos, and I had to chuckle. There are a couple where I'm like, it's been 6 years
Yeah,
and it's not broken 1,000
totally.
videos.
Hey, let's
Well,
do that on our next episode. Let's go back and just watch some of our videos. I think I can like share the screen.
can you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on this program. I'm pretty sure I can share the screen and we can just
Dude,
go back and watch
I
some.
would have a freaking blast, and
Yeah.
we need to tie in our channels for that.
Yeah, we would need to tie in our channels. We need to go back. I don't know when that next stream's going to be.
Oh yeah, because
But
you're vacationing, aren't you?
middle of July probably. maybe in a couple weeks we'll probably be able to jump on. But yeah, let's
I
go
want to
back and just reminisce a little bit on our channels.
I want to give you a teaser, like a Okay, so this is not my first video.
Okay.
In fairness, I think I made this video public, then private, then public again,
Okay.
which is instantly a way to kill the video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was posted May 12th of 2022. I'm going to give you a guess of how many views it has.
342.
Ah, you're so close. 450.
What was that video about?
It was the Waylight Ninja 200. It was like a small light. I love that light. It's a great light. What is my title on it? It is This Tiny But Mighty. Okay, hang on. Hang on. This tiny, because it's capitalized,
Yeah, yeah.
but mighty, because it's
Okay.
capitalized,
Yeah.
is under $300! Exclamation question mark. The Waylight Ninja 200 review budget bicolor LED light.
SEO right there.
Do you know how many characters that is? That's 89 characters. Do you know how many I could have used? Probably 40.
Yeah.
But again, because I saw how you were popping off and using all 100 characters,
I was doing that for a while.
you did
Yeah.
that for a long time.
I made
And
long
there's-
titles. Yep.
You did have long titles. You know what? I'm here for it. vidIQ. vidIQ just recommended I say, can this cheap light make your videos better? I'm doing it. We'll see what
Get those
happens.
views up.
Yeah, it'll now be my most viewed video, and I'll have to be a
viral.
light person. I will.
It goes-
I will close the channel if that is the case.
Anson becomes the light guru.
Oh my God, no. But
Yeah,
yes. So
aperture
at the
zoom on
time,
your
it
neck.
was yes. At the time, it was like use all 100 characters. Now
Yep.
I'm like, let's use as little characters as possible.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm right in
Oh,
that. There's some of mine that were pretty long, but I was going for search based. Like I was trying to hit people searching.
but that's why you use tags. Is for search.
Yeah, I'll
So
use
like
tags
what
now.
you don't put in your title, you put in your tags.
I've read so many times like tags don't matter.
Tags matter. SEO tags matter.
I mean,
Another
I'll use
light-
them.
Another light video, 129 views, is posted back in 2021.
I think I have some light videos that are very low viewed videos from back then too.
Okay, so oh my God, no, that one doesn't count. One thing I've also stopped doing, as much as I love everyone in my little community of internet, I've stopped posting end of year thank you for the previous year videos.
Oh yeah,
Those never, just
Yeah.
never, no one ever watched them.
I don't think I ever did that.
Yeah, I did it a couple years. And again, it's like I'm 17,000 at best subscribers. Who cares? So
Well, that's the like. Here's the thing that I tell a lot of people is like, don't make the video where like, hey guys, I'm gonna start making videos again, you know, like, and then you don't make videos for a while and like, hey guys, I'm back. Now I'm gonna start
make
making
more videos. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, hey, I'm gonna step away for a little bit. Don't make those videos. Don't do it.
No.
Like,
no. Just
you
do
don't need to-
what you need to
don't-
do.
Yeah, just make a video. Like, just give your information. You know what I mean? Like, don't be like, all right, guys, I'm gonna start making more videos.
Yeah, you just need to do it.
Yeah, just do it. We don't need a video about how you're gonna start making videos.
Okay. I have one last metric. Dude, some of these are bad. Oh man. All right. So my first year of doing Anson, the modern version of Anson & Co., the non-vlog
right.
days.
Yep.
Worst video, Real Talk Tuesday. Something has to change.
Whoa.
Unedited, in parentheses, unedited chat. Who cares? All right. How many views?
123.
I'm going to give not even close.
What?
53.
Wow.
53.
53. Do you have
Yeah.
that public?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Public and even non-monetized? Why did I not monetize that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Gotta get those pennies.
These Real Talk Tuesdays were not monetized.
Wow. I
Real
wonder why you made
real
that decision.
Yeah, I know. Real Talk Tuesday. Robert Downey Jr. deserves an Oscar. Endgame? That was
Wow.
100. That was bad.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember those videos. Real talk
You
video.
probably did not watch them, and for good reason. One of my least viewed videos, 176 views since 2019. Cheap music for your videos. Never do a music video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm
Those ones
done.
are tough.
I'm done. Yes,
All
I'm
right.
excited because next time we'll have to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm
Let's go
here.
back
I'm here
and
for it.
yeah, we'll just kind of look back on our channels and see how far we've come.
Dude, I'm excited because the first public video I have was technically during the vlog days, but it was a frail attempt at doing a lens review.
Oh, okay. All right.
Actually, one of my higher viewed videos, but it is trash.
Hmm.
I'm actually gonna go watch it now.
Don't you need to go edit some golf videos?
No, I'm done. I passed
Oh,
off
okay.
my first edit. Oh
Okay.
no, I need to go make my BF review. Damn it.
Oh man, you're gonna go watch all your past videos. You're not gonna make that video tonight.
No,
No,
I'm gonna go
you
drink.
will.
I'm gonna go drink some bourbon and watch this video.
All right, man. Well, it's good chatting. Good catching
Yes,
up.
sir.
Thanks for
Yes,
those
sir.
who joined us or might be watching later. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel because we are almost at 50 subscribers and we are not SEO driven. Whoa.
We are not SEO driven.
I didn't know that would do that.
Oh yeah,
nice.
you got to do the thumbs down too. Hang on, wait for it.
Oh.
No, double thumbs down. I'm double thumbs down. Come on, hang on. Let me do it again. Come on. Yeah. There
Oh,
we go.
rain.
That's what's gonna happen if you don't subscribe and get us to
Yeah.
50 subscribers.
Eternal rain.
Eternal rain. So, Caleb,
Oh,
you have
you
a
better.
safe camping trip.
Yeah, thanks.
If you're watching this later, please like and subscribe to the chaotic show that is
Already said that.
unknown. You know what? I'm out of here.